Hi everyone, this is Avena. I'd like to thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel, Embrace Natural Beauty, where it is my goal to share with you simple tips and techniques that have been helpful to me in my own natural hair journey, which has been 4.5 years, that have helped me to maintain my hair and to keep it in good condition, which was always my goal. And I want all of you who are watching to better maintain your hair, to keep it in good condition, and to retain length if that's your goal, so that you enjoy your hair and embrace natural beauty of your own. Tonight I'm going to be talking to you about co-washing, conditioner washing, the use of sulfate-free shampoos and moisturizing shampoos. I'm speaking to you as a licensed professional. I am a licensed cosmetologist. I am based in New York City, in the Bronx, New York. I'm also a Diva trained, Diva Advanced stylist. And I am also a practitioner of trichology, which is the study and the practice of treating and diagnosing hair and scalp disorders. So with all that said, I come to you as a professional who is duly trained and continuing to look into issues concerning hair care needs. And one of the things that really concerns me is hair loss. We've had a epidemic of hair loss, especially in the Black community and the African American community with our hair. And so that is why I pursued, trichology. And with this conditioner washing, co-washing, and the use of sulfate-free shampoos, it's a red flag to me, because you want to use a shampoo that actually has sulfates in it, surface acting agents that are designed to cleanse the hair, that actually remove any dirt, debris, dust, and even oil from the hair and from the scalp in order to give you, a clean slate. You continue to use just a conditioner to wash your hair, it's not going to be adequate enough to get moisture in, and it's also going to leave behind a film of product. And so with that said, what's going to happen over a period of time is you will have a buildup of product that will eventually lead to clogging your follicles, and you're creating an environment for bacteria to grow in your scalp. And so those are two things that could lead to a disease or a condition in your scalp that, if prolonged, could be irreversible. You don't want to get to a point where you've experienced some type of traumatic condition that you can no longer recover from. And oftentimes when you have a hair loss situation, you don't know you're getting hair loss. You don't know that you're actually losing hair oftentimes until the hair is completely lost. And so it's not going to be noticeable immediately. It's a gradual process. It's called thinning. It could be either you cause bacteria buildup in your hair, and so you create, an environment where you have infection, you have disease, or it could be the other thing. You can create a condition called folliculitis, where your follicles actually get so clogged that they begin to miniaturize, and the hairs that would grow out of it, that would grow normally for a full 2-year cycle or more, their cycle would be shortened, and the density or the thickness of the hair strand will be compromised. Because the follicle will be so much smaller, it'd be miniaturized, the hairs would grow out thinner. If the hairs are thinner, they're usually more fragile, more susceptible to breakage. And so it's just a huge, perpetual path of hair loss that is being created by following a regimen that does not conclude or does not include an actual cleanser as the first step. Process is always so important. Having a regimen means you have a process in which you are caring for your hair. And when you are caring for your hair, in a regular regimen that you can see your results are effective consistently, then you have a good regimen. You have a good process. So right now, you may have a process that, does not include shampoo with sulfate because you're concerned that it's going to dry out your hair. As a professional, I make sure when my clients are being shampooed, when their hair is being cleansed, the first thing I do is I clarify their hair. I actually use a shampoo that contains sulfate, and I wash their hair twice. And then I follow the sulfate shampoo, the clarifying shampoo, with a moisturizing shampoo. Because we do want your hair to be soft. We do want your hair to be moisturized. But the first thing is to make sure that your hair and your scalp first and your hair are then clean. That's very, very important. When my clients have left, with a clean, clean scalp, cleaned hair, and their hair is styled, they get more days of definition, they get more days of moisture retention after a service with me. And so that's really important to me because I want my clients to have a better experience that they can then follow when they go home and incorporate into their hair care regimen. So process is important. You can have conditioner. You need conditioner. Conditioner is good, but you also want to recognize what's happening during your process. So when you're cleansing your hair responds in that your cuticle layer, literally it lifts up, it opens up, and that is when you are going to receive the bulk of the moisture in your hair care regimen, in your process, when you're cleansing your hair, when your cuticle layer is being lifted. You're actually feeling that roughness because you're feeling the cuticle layer is lifted. Now, when you condition your hair, it smooths down the cuticle layer. The cuticle layer starts to lay flat and the hair is softened. That is not the moisturizing process in and of itself. The moisturizing happens when moisture actually penetrates your hair strand. And the moisture that comes from water is going to be the most effective for getting moisture into your hair. So you do want to follow a process that contains a cleanser that actually has a surface acting agent that's going to remove the dirt, the dust, the debris, the oils, and even lint, dust that builds up in your hair, and perspiration and salts, all of that. That happens when you cleanse your hair with a cleanser designed to remove. But when you follow up with a conditioner, then you'll start to get the softness. So it's having a process that's going to lead to better outcomes for your hair and for your hair care regimen. Now, so just some additional thoughts. I know there are going to be some questions about the fact that there are some people who have really beautiful, long, just absolutely gorgeous hair. And for years, they've just been doing conditioner washing. I know that that's coming. I know that you've seen examples of that on YouTube and on various blogs. And, I see it too. And every time I see it, I cringe because I know logistically that if the majority of people were to follow a regimen that was just conditioner washing, the majority of those people would not have the same results as some people who may be exceptions, who may be anomalies, who may be extremes. In every walk of life, you will have anomalies. In every walk of life, you will have extremes. In every walk of life, you will have your exceptions. There are people who are exceptional in different ways. For example, being that your body, your hair is a part of your body. You know that there are people who can eat any and everything under the sun, not work out, not do anything healthy-wise, but appear healthy. You've seen them before. It drives you crazy, right? They can eat anything, right? And just don't even have to work out. It drives me crazy too because I work out. And I can't eat everything, right? But there are exceptions. There are extremes, but everyone can't be an exception. That's why there are just a few of them. So it's better to actually follow something that's going to be safe. As a licensed professional, I want to provide tips, hair care tips that are safe for you. Anything that I share with you is not going to cause you harm. It's going to be safe. I keep you in the safe zone. Using a shampoo with sulfate is not going to break your hair. Yes, it will remove oils, but oils are produced naturally. If your oils are removed during the shampoo, they will be replaced throughout the process, they will be replaced throughout the week. It takes time for your sebaceous glands to actually produce the oils that have been removed. It replaces them as needed. But if you have product already sitting on your scalp or your sebaceous glands are now covered. They don't have the signal to let them know they need to be producing oil for you. So by cleansing your scalp, you're actually removing the old oil that has built up, in which all of the debris, all of the dust, all of the sweat and the salts are now also building up in that oil that now needs to be removed. It's a process. Everything is a process. It's called conditioning. It's called grooming. You cleanse your body, hopefully every day. So cleanse your scalp and your hair at least weekly, and at the most every 2 weeks. I know some people just have a better outcome if they are doing their hair every 2 weeks. That's fine. I still think it's kind of long, but 2 weeks is much better than going for a month. And there are people who I know have gone for several months or even years without using shampoo because they're concerned it's going to dry out their hair. Shampoo, if you just shampooed your hair and didn't do anything else, your hair would be dry. If you just put water on your hair would be dry. So what you want to do is you want to have a process that's actually going to be helpful for you, that's going to lead you to the outcome that you need, which is moisturized hair, which is a part of conditioning. And so follow a process that's going to give you that outcome, that's going to help you with moisture retention. So don't exclude shampoo that contains sulfate because of the concern for dryness. Actually, you want to include it because of your concern for dryness. You want to include it because you want to get moisture into your hair. It is vitally important. Yeah, so I just wanted to say in closing that I invite you to, ask your questions in the comment section below, and just trust and believe that, this whole concern about dry hair, we get it. We do get it as professionals. We get it. And we are here to make sure that your hair is being cared for. So I know that you're getting information online that, sulfate shampoos is going to dry out your hair. But I also want to remind you that many of us who used to wear our hair relaxed, our hair didn't fall out because of shampoo. Our hair wasn't damaged because of shampoo. And some of us who had chemical relaxers, actually our hair didn't fall out and we didn't experience, a lot of breakage due to chemical relaxers. But all in all, shampoo wasn't even an issue. And now all of a sudden that we're natural, for shampoo to be, such a huge issue, and specifically shampoo with sulfate to be such a big issue to be afraid of, it doesn't correlate. There's no basis. Hair is not falling out because of sulfate shampoo. Hair feels dry when you shampoo it, but it's not falling out because of shampoo. And so if you're going to switch to a different or a replacement that potentially will lead to hair loss, then that's something that concerns me as a professional. And I really don't want to see you as a part of a statistic that, to this date we don't know what the numbers will be. But there's always going to be consequences for practices that are not healthy for the hair. We've seen that with traction alopecia, with various forms of hairstyling such as braiding, locking, weaving. We've seen a lot of hairline loss. And so I really just do not want to see this conditioner washing and co-washing lead to hair loss. Yet again, that it's already hit, a community of individuals that are already suffering with hair issues that have been brought on by practices that we have incorporated into our hair care regimen. So with that said, I hope that I hear from you. I hope that you're able to participate with me. We're going to talk about this even further, on Periscope, as I have a live broadcast every Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can tune in to Periscope. My username is Embrace in Beauty. That N stands for natural. So Embrace, N for natural, beauty. And if you follow me, you'll get the alert when I go live. And I look forward to talking with you all every Sunday evening, and in particular this Sunday evening, about this topic. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for watching this video.